Hello again, everybody. Glad you made it back. Thank you, everyone, for being there this morning for our update on Summer Wells. Not really an update. We just talked about the unedited interview from the interview room. And for everybody that was here last Friday afternoon for Comery Holland, I understand a lot of people were like, listen, I listened to it for a little bit and I had to get out. That is totally understandable because what happened to that child needed to be discussed, needed to be exposed, but not being able to listen to it, no apologies necessary, because that was a very, very hard show to get through. But we're here. We discuss these things and do the best we can to try to make sense of them. Let's see who's in here. New member D. Connor. Hello, D. Connor. Aggie's back. Hello, my friend. My friend Gaelic Girl. Hello, Kane. Southern Sassy, she said, I hate any monster that harms a child. I don't care who they are. Kevin and I were just talking about that. It gets so overwhelming. We were even saying that in the true crime community, there's so many people that go the drama route because they can't handle talking about the reality of these cases. The facts are too concerning. What's happening to these children? And we try to keep it as light as possible. And it might seem tacky at times because, we do joke and things like that. We have to try to keep it as light as possible. But that's the reason that there's that fork in the road when you're in the true crime community. Are you going to stick with the facts and discuss the case? Or are you going to take the other route and just talk about the drama but tag the name of the case in there? And everyone has a different style. I'm not throwing any shade at any creators, but I mean, that's a big reason. These are very hard things to talk about. But we're all here. We're all here. And I think we all do a good job getting through it. And you guys are the best. Hello, Amanda. Just me. Hello. Dixie made it. Dixie made it. Hey, Clark. It's one of my favorite names. One of my favorite people, too. They're my friend Deb. Juicy Tequila Bobo. I didn't see in chat if you answered me about the Chiefs and Broncos. I did not see. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Laura. Celeste. That's right. Round two. Round two. Glad you are back. The real Sharon. My friend's here. Miss Ellen's here. Going to have a good, heartbreaking show. But like I said, we keep it as light as possible. Blue Eyes. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon here. Annie, I missed you this morning. Glad you're here. JD Butter, greetings. I see a few new names in here. Hit that sub button. Hello, Blonderella. Haven't seen you in a while, Denise. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, several new names. Hit that sub button. Get reminded, because I'm really bad about reminding people. Martha Larrabee, how do you join Discord? You email me. You send me an email. It's on the About tab. I know Bruce was asking in the last show, and I send you a link. You come in and we just chit chat, and it's a really fun group of cool people. Angela, hello from Virginia. Hello. Crime Time. Crime Time. I missed Crime Time had something to say. Purple Nuts, hello. Thank you, Ange. Ange said, I think you did a great show saying it was a very disturbing subject. It is. All of this is disturbing. What we talk about on here is the worst of the worst in our society. The worst. Serena, hey from the UK. Hey from the UK. Well, I'm glad everybody's here. We can call this crime time, lunchtime, because it's noon here and probably close to lunchtime wherever you're at. Probably so. I'm going to take my jacket off. It's getting warm in here. Anyway. Hang on. No, this is... I don't know what Sharon's talking about. Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Hit that sub button. Hey, from Kansas City, Missouri. Another Chiefs fan? This poor baby girl breaks my heart. Breaks my heart, too. Breaks my heart, too. If you missed it, last week is the first show I did about Harmony Montgomery. We had a social worker on here from New Hampshire, and she had a lot of information for us about what went wrong systematically, meaning like within CPS. And the show went a lot longer than I normally do, but it was just such information that we needed. We just kept going because it was very telling about what went wrong. The main problem in this case is numero uno, and that's mom and dad. They failed this child horrifically. I understand mom got her act together and she's in recovery, doing things different now. But, step one in recovery should be, you take care of things that need to be taken care of. I know some people got upset with me and they said, well, you're being too hard on the mother. Your daughter's missing for 2 years. For 2 years. I'm glad you're doing better. I'm glad you met someone else. I was corrected. She doesn't live in Florida. She lives in Massachusetts. Her Facebook says she lives in Tampa. That's all I know. I don't know the woman. I don't want to drag her too hard, but your daughter has been missing for 2 years. But we have some updates today. And we have one of our favorite child advocates backstage. His name is Kevin B. Let's bring him up. Happy Monday, my friend.
Happy Monday, Brooks. Here you are again. Hello, everybody out in YouTube land.
Feel like I've been talking to you since like 6 o'clock this morning.
You have? No.
Damn.
I don't know. I know.
It's like
so much.
Groundhog Day around here.
Yep. Yeah, what you were saying about these cases is so true. They're hard to talk about, and just like Friday. That case really about me. Like Friday, I didn't even eat all day or night. I had my stomach. Yeah, it was bad. Like the thought of it is just horrendous.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking earlier, and for people in here following the Summer Wells case, I know some of you are just following the Harmony case, and that's fine. Don't ever think you have to follow all of these cases. Don't. It's too much. We're not about the likes and views like some people think. Your mental health means more, okay? Don't think you have to follow all these cases. And I was telling Kevin earlier, it's going to come out about summer soon, and it's not going to be what we think. It's going to be wretched. Okay. And the same with Harmony. I think that they're very close to finding Harmony. They obviously have some very credible tips considering what they're doing, which we're going to get to, and it's going to be horrific. I will say Calmery, we talked about Friday afternoon, is probably one of the absolute worst cases I've ever heard. And I want to address this comment by Samantha. She said, yes, I'm in recovery myself, 4.5 years clean. Everybody, round of applause for Samantha.
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that. Good job, girl.
Good job.
Yep.
She said, but the first thing I did was fight for my children. Well, then we are on the same team here, girlfriend, because some people did not like it at all that I was calling old mama out last week. That's okay. We can agree to disagree, right?
Yes, ma'am. And you know what, though? She won't never recover until she's freaking honest with her and everybody else. You have got to be honest to recover. This lady, yeah, she's never going to recover, in my opinion. But I hope that made sense.
Well, actually, you hit the nail on the head. You have to be 100% honest in your recovery. So if you're
Exactly.
pretending like you cared so much the whole time that your daughter was missing, you're not being 100% honest. And we're going to get to that because the two men, I don't know if they're married or if they're just partners, that adopted Crystal's son, Jameson. A new article came out on Fox. They're really the ones that got this going. They're really the ones that were bringing up the suspicion, not so much her. So we'll get to that in a second. But no, Kevin, you're exactly right.
Yeah. She, you know, and the thing of it is I'm sure 100% positive, in my opinion, that she is going to feel guilt for the rest of her life. And if you don't address, I can't even imagine what she has to address, but if you don't address all that, you're going to live in guilt the rest of your life. And what are you going to do to cover up the guilt? You're going to do drugs and alcohol or whatever it is to suppress that. So if you don't get honest with yourself and just come to the be Jesus moment, it don't work. You have got to get on your knees and frickin' surrender. There.
If anyone missed it, on the last show, we started our new segment, Daily Rant with Kevin. Well, you guys just got two of them.
I didn't mean to ran off, but
no, that was awesome. That's how it should be. We're talking about missing children. When people are put off by our passion, and yeah, we interrupt each other, we talk over each other, we throw out F-bombs. Sorry, not sorry. These are babies. These are babies that can't talk for themselves. They didn't go to town to do laundry. They were horrifically abused, and terrible things were done to them by the people that were in charge of loving them the most. Tamara said, rant away.
You know what? The thing of it is, I care more for Summer and these in Harmony than their own freaking parents, and I don't even know them.
I know.
Really? That is freaking how sad. And those kids, man, all their dreams snuffed out in a second. How can you do that to somebody? I don't get it. God, it's just so terrible. Wow. Yeah, it just, how can you do that to a kid, man? That ain't right. That is so far out there.
No,
You know?
it's not. And I don't know if they lose control because of the drugs, the selfishness, CPS gets involved, they get scared. I don't know what happens. Melissa, I'm proud of you too. Everyone that has gotten it together, no shame in your game. Don't think anyone here is going to judge you. Anyone that turns it around, you're awesome.
I'll tell you something right now. It's the hardest thing you ever have to do. If you're down in that hole so far, that rabbit hole so far, climbing out of it's a bitch. But you know what? There is life at the top of that hole. That's good life. You just gotta want it. And if you don't really want it, you ain't never going to get it. That's why in drug and alcohol abuse that the relapse percentage is so high, because people don't be honest and address the real issues.
And we've seen it in all of these cases. Case in point, okay, Summer Wells, her parents have dependency problems and many other problems. Comrie, we talked about on Friday. There's definitely drugs involved there. In this case with Adam, I know that he was in recovery. He was like 5 years in recovery. I don't call jail recovery. When he got out of jail, he went through his reunification with Harmony, got her back, and then he went down another downward spiral. Hence why we're here today. Cindy, I
guess
hope so. I hope so. Cindy says, I believe they're going to find little Harmony today. Well, it's looking that way. It seems like they're zoned in on one place, and they're not going to stop. I think they have a very good idea. And that chief of police has been a bulldog since he found out about this.
let me tell you something. If jail can't make you be honest with yourself, you ain't ready. Think about that for a second. If jail, going to jail, I've been there. I know it sucks. But by going to jail and not getting honest with and getting busy with yourself in there, if you don't do it in there, you're going to have a real hard time in life until you do. And that's a fact.
Well, how about these people that they're euphoric recall? That they would rather be screwed up in their minds and escape the reality than be parents.
Yeah. Those people's motto is reality is for people who can't handle drugs. That's their reality.
Oh, they can handle the drugs, buddy.
Yeah, sure can.
They can't handle their responsibilities. They don't want any. I mean, hence why last week, here's a recap. Adam was arrested last week. They found him living in a car with a new girlfriend. Again, buddy, how did you, Adam, rope in your new paramour and say, let's live in the car? Here, your wife, you're currently married to her, not ex-wife, Kayla, we're going to get to that, in the meantime, has been collecting welfare on Harmony, who's been missing since October of 2019.
Nothing like a little blood money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. She already bonded out of jail. She's not
Makes me
getting out of
sick.
this. She's not getting out of this. She knew damn good and well that Harmony was not in the house. Whether she knew if Harmony was missing, kidnapped, dead, hurt, accident, whatever, I don't know. But she knew she wasn't in that house, and she was still taking that welfare money. She still was. Sal said, Ellie is digging up the house now. Yep, I think that they have a pretty good idea they're going to find Harmony there. D-Zog, hi, new sub from Southern Illinois. Love your channel. Love you, D-Zog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love it, love it. Got a lot of new people in here. Hit that sub button. So I'm going to get to the update that came out yesterday. I mean, honestly, in the middle of the show, they might have another update because this case has moved fast. So bear with me.
To find a 7-year-old New Hampshire girl missing since October of 2019. But it wasn't until last week that Manchester police learned about the case of Harmony Montgomery. Her father and stepmother are both facing charges in the case, although not directly related to the little girl's disappearance. WBZ's Paul Burton spent the day in Manchester, where authorities are searching and pleading for tips in this case.
It breaks my heart to see that.
Manchester, New Hampshire residents are troubled and saddened over the disappearance of 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery. On Saturday, Manchester police and other law enforcement returned to 77 Guilford Street to look for clues of her whereabouts. This is the last place where Harmony was known to live.
Weekend before that, they were digging around. They put up top and they were digging.
Yeah.
So something's going on. They're back again today, so not back for no reason.
The girl has not been seen since October 2019, but police just received a report of her disappearance in the last week of December 2021.
The part that gets me is 2 years. I mean, what happened to DCYF and all this? They're supposed to be taken care of,
Harmony's father and his wife, who is not her biological mother, were both arrested this week. Neither person has been charged directly with Harmony's disappearance. Lucille Ducharme has lived in the neighborhood for 61 years.
I just go by and I says, oh, I hope they find her.
Investigators have been here at 77 Guilford Street for most of the day. The road is completely blocked off, and that part of the area, folks that live around here say this is a tough way to start off the year. They've never seen this type of police activity in their neighborhood.
This is a quiet neighborhood. I mean, we never had any problem. The kids play together. And then I says, oh my God, they're working in the backyard.
So something is wrong.
Harmony is white, about 4 feet tall, and weighs 50 pounds. She has blonde hair and blue eyes, is blind in her right eye, and should be wearing glasses. As of Friday, the reward money for information that helps find missing Harmony has increased to $94,000.
Definitely very tragic. I mean, these are the type of things you hope never happen to anybody.
Anyone with information about Harmony's whereabouts is asked to contact police. In Manchester, New Hampshire, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.
If you're a woman,
So there's very nice people in that community that are just aghast that this is going on. Yep, they brought up Child Protective Services, or they call it DCYF there. Erin was on the show last week. She explained the cracks in the system, and herself, who's a social worker, said it's no excuse, but that's the truth. Some people did not like what I said when I basically said it lays with mom and dad. Dad is in jail, several counts. One is failing to have Harmony in his custody. That's just one. That's a biggie. That's a biggie, Adam. That's a biggie, Teardrop. That's a big one.
You know what, Brooke? Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Mhm.
There you go. It's that simple. Nothing changes if nothing changes. What do you do to make these parents give a damn? What do you do? You know what? I don't think you can stop it. This is my opinion. You can never stop this, but you sure in hell can make tougher laws for that, like that guy. Yeah.
Mhm. Teardrop.
Yeah.
And Sharon's right. The system also did fail her. The system also did fail her, because when a child is reunified with their parents, just like a few weeks ago, we talked about Oakley Carlson, they never do a follow-up. So they think, okay, they're back with mom, back with dad, or whatever. They don't follow up. There's got to be a checkpoint system like they're trying to legislate in Washington. When a child comes out of foster care and then they go back to their parents, someone has got to continually check on them. And Celeste is right. You can't make a mother or father truly love their offspring. No, you can't. No, it's all fun and games when they're babies. You know, they're cute sleeping in the crib. But Adam there, Harmony coming out of foster care, for one, she was extremely upset that she wasn't with her little brother, Jameson. We know this, and I'm going to get to the article in a second, because Jameson's adoptive parents were doing everything they could to try to adopt Harmony because Jameson was so upset about being separated from her. I mean, do you see what all of the lives are affected here. And the ones that are the most important are obviously Harmony, because they're digging for her remains as we speak. Jameson, who is going to be okay because he's with a wonderful family.
I hope to God he is. I really do.
Yeah, this news anchor, I think it's in Boston or Washington, D.C. I'll pull it up on the article in a second. These two dudes, they've adopted several children. And I mean, they put their money where their mouth is. They're not all talk, and they're great guys. They're the ones that came out very early on Twitter and explained why they didn't adopt Harmony. They tried to, but they were told that the case was closed because she had been reunified with a family member. Well, the family member is Teardrop, you just saw on the screen, who, as we know, was found living in a car with his new girlfriend and is now in jail.
Well, I may be wrong, but in my opinion, I'm sure Mr. Teardrop has a record. I'd put money on that. I'd put money on that.
Oh, buddy. Yeah. Oh, you better believe he does.
I done picked that out.
Oh, you better believe he does. He was in jail, buddy. That's the reason he didn't have his daughter. He got reunified with her when he got out of jail.
Yep.
Yeah, fat
System
baby.
failed.
Well, the parents failed. The parents failed. The
Well-
system failed. I mean, it takes a village to raise a kid, but I'm telling you, all of them failed. This is terrible.
Yep.
Okay, guys, Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Yep, exactly.
When are we
So,
going?
on the hang on, let me gotta pull this up.
Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Brooks?
No, my friend.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling up the interview about Kayla. Just give me a second. I had all my links in a row, but I missed one. Hang on.
That's okay.
I'll get it.
We know you will,
We're a live show.
because that's how you roll, sister. Well, they're lucky I'm not their damn neighbor next door to them. Wow. We can't save the world, but we can damn sure speak up for these kids. You know?
You got that right. When their own parents aren't doing it and they get lost in the cracks at CPS. Yep. So here we go. Here is welfare fraud Kayla. Damn sure got the money, but didn't really care
Oh,
where Harmony
Kayla
was.
Montgomery, Adam Montgomery's wife, has also been arrested. She was taken into custody yesterday on a charge of welfare fraud. Authorities allege that between December of 2019 and June of last year, Montgomery obtained more than $1,500 in food stamp benefits and failed to remove Harmony Montgomery from the family's account, though she was no longer living with them. Kayla is not Harmony's biological mother. She is expected in court today. There's $43,000 in reward money for information that helps find the little girl.
And boy, that came up fast. That was last Wednesday because Kayla got arrested the day after the show that we first did on Harmony. So, no, was it last Wednesday? I don't know. So, I mean, now it's up to $97,000 is the reward. Woo! Somebody better start talking because they're not messing around.
yeah. And her mugshot that you just showed, or whatever it is, in my opinion, she damn sure doing something, drugs and drinking. She looks rough.
I've had my not good hair and makeup days. That's a hot goddamn mess we just saw on that screen.
It's so obvious she's strung out. You know, after you've been there, I mean, not what they're doing, but I'm talking about the drugs and all that, and dysfunctional living and codependency and all that shit. Listen, man, you get deep into it's bad. These people, man, they need to speak up and get honest. Come on. They're not going to get away with it. They might as well give up and get honest and change their life, because they're not going to be in jail for life with our laws. You
Yeah,
know,
not in some places. I mean, there's some places they throw the book at him. Just me. He's living in a car. How did he make bail? Adam didn't make bail. As far as I know, unless something changed today, Adam's still in jail. She made bail. She didn't have a very big bail because it was about $1,500 in benefits that she took.
in my opinion, they didn't give him bail because of his past with law enforcement, you know, getting charges and stuff. I don't know, but I would assume, you know, who knows? Maybe it's his third strike. I don't know.
Oh, I think it has a lot more to do with the fact that Harmony's been missing for 2 years. I don't think they're going to let him out because I think that they know that they have their dude. The real Sharon, he just said she wasn't her biological mother. Yeah, Kayla is Adam's current wife, yet he's been living in a car with a girlfriend. The biological mother is Crystal. Yeah. We have to have an Excel spreadsheet open on all these cases to keep a who's who together. Southern and Sassy said heroin, crack, meth addict she is. Looks
Yep.
like it.
I'd go to the bank with that one with you, whoever just made that comment. 100%, you're on point.
Yep, looks like it to me. Something's up there. And in the meantime, where is Harmony? Where is she? And I
Yeah.
do agree that they're getting ready to find her very, very, very soon. Very soon. They're definitely onto something because they have not left one area. They have not. All right, so this was on Fox News, and this is about the family that adopted Crystal's younger child. Okay, so she's got Harmony, who is missing, being searched for right now, and Jameson, the younger child, who is Harmony's little brother. Jameson was adopted, and as you know, still looking for Harmony. So I'm bringing this up because everyone said that the bio mom saved the day and she was on this, like a bloodhound. In this article, it says a little different. Hang on. Dee Dee says they need to sit on stepmom Kayla so she cracks. I couldn't agree more. I think Kayla knows a lot more than she's saying. Kind of like another case that we discussed earlier today. All right, so missing Harmony Montgomery. Adoptive parents pushed to reunite separated siblings triggered suspicions. There's little Harmony right there. Watch, there's going to be an ad. Yeah. Damn it. Good God.
Love, in the end, it all comes down to one word.
That's my wife.
Amazing Grace by Philosophy.
But her very young life, she was in and out of foster care, trying to take care of Jameson, her little brother, also Crystal's child. Right?
Correct. They were both in foster homes.
Jameson.
Correct. And
there's too much reverb there. I'm going to just read the article. All right, I'm going to close that. All right, so 7-year-old Harmony Montgomery was so close with her younger biological brother in foster care that she fed him with a bottle and slept with her arm around him. Okay, so he's now in a safe home, and he sometimes calls out for her at night and looks for her on the playground, according to his adoptive parents. Manchester police opened a large-scale investigation last week after they said they discovered that the girl has not been seen since October 2019 when she was just 5 and her brother 3. All right, so there's Harmony, beautiful, beautiful little angel. Her little brother, Jameson, these little angels. Blair Miller, a Washington, D.C. based television news reporter, and his husband, Jonathan Miller, are the adoptive parents of Harmony's little brother, Jameson. Harmony was the only thing consistent in Jameson's life through unification with the mom back into foster care. Harmony is all Jameson had. Okay, well, they didn't unify with their biological mom. Harmony reunified with Adam. We saw Teardrop on the screen. Jameson is with a good family. They were so close in foster care that Harmony would sleep with her arm around him every night. When the Millers adopted Jameson, he only had one bag in his possession, and it held a Tickle Me Elmo toy that they later learned Harmony had given him because he had nothing else. Can you imagine a child having one toy? One toy.
Yeah, I think Summer had 3.
Exactly. Yeah. And hers looked like something that came out of a Happy Meal. When he came to foster care, he had no toys, Miller said. She gave her Tickle Me Elmo to him. All right, so there's the family now. These are the two dads, and they've adopted these 3 boys. The siblings' closeness prompted the Millers to inquire about adopting Harmony themselves to reunite them. But by then, Massachusetts Department of Children and Families authorities told them she had already been returned to the custody of her biological father. So the Millers instead sought to send Harmony gifts around the holidays and her birthday on behalf of her little brother. But they were unable to get in touch. All right, see where we're going here? They contacted her biological mom, who was also Jamison's mother, but her efforts to contact the Millers with Montgomery were unsuccessful. All right, so they reach out to Crystal, and she can't get a hold of Adam. She did say one time that on Easter in 2019, I believe, she was FaceTiming with Harmony, and Harmony looked scared. Not sure if a call was made. That's all I know. All she thought was that Adam was keeping Harmony away from her and from Jamison because he just didn't want them to have a relationship together, Jonathan Miller said. She told us that she had sent an email to someone at the local government level and that she was going to the courthouse and to the police, and then she was able to contact Adam's family, and that's when they expressed concern that Harmony could be in danger. Too late! I'm sick of these people coming back, playing Monday morning quarterback, saying, yeah, I thought a couple of years something could have been going on. Enough. The mother, Crystal Sorey, did not immediately respond to Fox News' digital request for comment. Well, she's not going to because she's getting torn up all over social media. In a Facebook post that was visible Monday, but has since been removed from view, she asked for help finding Harmony and wrote that her daughter's dad, Adam Montgomery, was also missing. Okay, well, he's been found since, but not Harmony. So anyway, that's how the ball got rolling. That's how the ball got rolling. It was not, Crystal was not the hero here. And again, I'm not going to unnecessarily just trash someone. It came from the adoptive parents of Jamison. Jamison missed his sister Harmony so bad, they were trying to send gifts to Harmony and basically just get them together for play dates or whatever. Whatever they could do. Could not reach them. Did some digging, found Crystal, who, from what I'm gathering, really wasn't that much help. They kept pressing the issue. It was not the other way around. It was not the other way around. What do you think, Kevin? You go.
What I think is the other sibling, they are scarred for life too. You know, this is about finding Harmony, but it's also about, you know, man, it's all these kids. I mean, how sad. They're going to be scarred for life. I mean, you know, with a good foster family, but they're scarred for life. They've lost their sibling. They've, you know, God knows what they've witnessed. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? And it's just so sad. Now they're digging for a little kid in a yard. It's like, my God, what the hell is wrong with people, man?
And I'm really hoping these two guys, because I mean, you know, they've adopted these children, that they've got really, I think that they're doing the right thing. I really do. I think that they've got them in therapy and everything. They're definitely going to have, they have childhood trauma. There's no getting around it. They do.
Yeah, there's no way you could live in that environment at that age and not be traumatized. That's a no-brainer, right? I mean, if you tell your kids that the moon is made of cheese, they're going to believe you when they're at a certain point. It just breaks my heart to even look at that little girl and they're digging for her in the freaking yard. That is sick. Bad. Unbelievable. You know?
Martha said, oh my God, how can people or whatever they are do this? I'm a foster parent. Good for you, Martha. Good for you.
Sure.
Good for you. Thank you. Thank you for being a foster parent. And I had mine 5 years for adopting these babies all my life. Yeah. Yep.
I wish at my age, Yeah, I'm a little too old to be a foster parent. But man, I just wish I would have got involved with this, and try, back when I was just screwing up, man, because these kids, they need help. Something's got to be done, folks, with laws. I mean, that's where if you don't get really punished, you're not going to quit doing what you're doing, or if you don't get real with yourself. So it is just so tragic. It really is. These kids, man, they haven't even started life at all. And they just get it took out from underneath them, just like throw them under the rug like they're nothing. I don't get it, man. I couldn't even do this to a damn squirrel.
You love your squirrels, guys. Don't forget how
Yeah,
much Kevin loves the squirrels.
yeah.
Now, what's going on in here? Because these two gentlemen, their sexual orientation has nothing to do with anything. They're doing the job that the parents should have been doing. These men are super nice men. They're going above and beyond. They have professional careers, and they've opened their hearts and their home to children, and it's not easy. It is not easy at all when you take on a child with childhood trauma. They're doing work that they're doing it from their heart, and that's all there is to it. So,
Well,
hey,
and
Clark, got rid of the rude comments.
another thing, the type of work my wife does, she's involved with a young girl. And there's tons of other kids there too. You would not believe what goes on. It is so bad. I just wish I could just at least help one kid.
Well, I think you do. Every day you're on this channel advocating for children, so don't forget that. That's a lot of time spent, Kevin. And don't forget about the work that your wife does. You guys are definitely putting in the work. Pat K wants to come up and say hello. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Pat. What up?
Hi there. How are you guys doing?
Good. I've never heard your voice.
I have a couple things that I sort of wanted to get out there. This biological father, his record for attempted murder.
Yes.
Why does the children's, what do you call it, CPS or something? Don't they have to look into stuff like that? Or like, are we reunifying people with pedophiles?
Yes.
Like, is there no law to look at somebody's record?
Erin explained that on the show last week, and she said actually CPS, according to the law, if they actually have to take kids to the jail to visit with their parents.
Yeah, but living with them, reunifying. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying it too.
Like that has to change. That's disgusting. Imagine having a pedophile guy and them giving them back their 5-year-old kid or something. Like, that's just not right.
No, something needs to be done about it. It's ridiculous. They just hand these kids back to these freaking monsters. Here you go. But we're glad you went to treatment. Right on, buddy. You're doing a good job. And they ain't doing shit. This shit has got to end. Seriously, somebody needs to do something. I pray that one day somebody's out there that's a higher up that hears this channel and they freaking say something.
Well, maybe maybe I'll send JB an email. That guy.
Yeah, JB can do it. But no, if they're a pedophile, sex offender, sexual assault of a child or anything like that, no, they cannot regain custody.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard they can't. Now, how he got out of jail for attempted murder, I don't know. I have not looked into, all
What
of that.
exactly? Yeah, what really
what
happened?
went down, because that blew my mind too. Attempted murder is not something that you're in and out of jail for. So there's something more there. And I really wasn't as concerned with that as just the whole reunification, the mother trying to play hero, and now
Yeah.
we're digging in a yard for Harmony 2 years later.
Yeah,
I knew
see,
damn good and well that he had a record. I didn't even have to look. It's obvious that dude's in trouble already.
yeah, but for
Look at
attempted murder, like he shot the guy in the face. Apparently, that's what I heard, but from a credible source. Shooting someone in the face and you get your child back.
That's
I'm
insane.
gonna. I'll have to check out to a couple legal people and see what they have to say. Like something doesn't sound right there.
No.
No, it doesn't, because if you shot somebody in the face, you're in trouble.
But you got to be a bit whacked, right? And
Yeah.
oh, here's your 3-year-old daughter or 5-year-old daughter. Have fun, and then no follow up. What?
You know what?
Like,
I pray to God. I pray to God he didn't abuse her. How's that?
Yeah, I know. I everything you say, Kevin, I have in my heart, but I just can't say it. So when you say it,
I
I
will
go
for you,
right.
Pat.
Okay, thank you, my friend.
No, and the
You
truth
are
is,
welcome.
and the truth is, he did abuse her. They're digging in a backyard right now.
Yeah.
Right.
She was. I can put that to rest for everyone. She was definitely abused. Whether it was just physically, we know she was emotionally abused. We know she was abandoned by both her mother and her father, as if abandonment issues aren't enough for a child. I don't know if she was sexually abused. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be able to tell now. But I can lay that to rest for everybody. She was abused. Hence why they're digging in a backyard right now. And we're going to get some very, very bad news real soon.
Yeah, it's going to break my heart. It sucks.
They could have at least had a court case or something saying, okay, well, this family who has her biological brother wants her, and then her dad, the attempted murderer, convicted. Mm-hmm. Can't we have a court case and a judge decide maybe, she should go live with the brother, for God's sake? It's sick.
Part of the problem too is, even with family members, people just don't want to take kids like that. They just don't. That's a fact. I mean, there are a lot of people that will, but there's a hell of a lot of people that don't give a shit whether Harmony's alive or dead.
And those people shouldn't have her. So, because they're that selfish and they don't ask or they say no, good. Don't take them. If that's really how you feel, we don't want you to have the baby. Thank you for telling us. Go get stoned.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at the case with the Turpin children, we did a show about that last month. Mm-hmm. And the minor children that were put in foster care were abused in foster care. Look at Candace Wells' older 2 children. Abused by her, or at least on her watch, put in foster care. They were abused there. But we need to celebrate these foster parents that do the work and do a great job. Every time we hear a bad story about one, we forget the other 99 that are doing a great job.
No, I won't let myself.
I'm going to point that out, because I'm telling you, there are some people out there. There's actually a lot of them, and they're doing the job. They are doing the job. And these 2 gentlemen that have adopted these children, and they're doing everything they can to give them a good and proper life. Hats off to you, my friends.
Yeah, I say bless them. Thank God there are people like that in the world that are still good. And I agree with you about foster parents. I would say 99% of them are wonderful people to open their hearts and their homes to these poor children. Mm-hmm. So.
And to the asshole that was in here talking about them being the same sex, well, where are you? Why don't you adopt some children? Why don't you open your home and be a foster parent, or shut up?
Yes,
what have you done for Harmony? What have you done for Summer? What have you done, buddy? Nothing but start shit. Get out of here.
Yeah. How many kids have you adopted?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Fuck them.
do you foster children? No. Well, then, you know, maybe be quiet. We're not talking about anything else in here. You know. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to jump on.
Thanks, Pat,
And,
for riling my nerves.
Okay, you got me riled up every time I hear your voice crack. And I know you're getting real emotional. I want to jump on and save you there, Kevin.
No, I'm good.
Anyway,
It's just
bye.
this.
Well,
Talk
it's
to you
like,
later.
after the show Friday afternoon, I mean, it was just like, goodness, this never, ever stops. Never stops. And I just will never understand it.
Yeah.
I mean,
On Friday, I did not eat all day and night. I seriously did not. Me and Brooks talked a lot on the text back and forth. It was very emotional. It was a very emotional show talking about this shit.
Yeah, it was. Okay,
and guys,
bye, guys.
And guys, you can get Kimberly's homophobic ass out of here. Now, I'm not going to go back through the chat and find that bitch. Get out of here. They've adopted these beautiful children, gave them a wonderful home. They're doing everything they can to get them the proper therapy and the job that her parents should have done. The failures here, yes, the system, it goes without saying. I get it. And I don't know another way to drive it home. I just don't. We don't need the government to raise our kids. We raise our kids. That's all there is to it. If CPS came knocking at my door, I'd stand at attention and say, what's going on? Of course, I wouldn't know because I don't abuse my kids. Of course, my kids are grown now. But I would do everything in my power to get it all cleaned up. All cleaned up. You know, and these people, they do whatever they can to live the bad life. The bad life. So, bitch, never come back. Never come back. All right, so I'm going to play this video. This is Harmony's mother, and she is at a vigil. You're going to like this, Kevin.
Okay.
You paying attention?
I am on point. I am on needles and pins.
I know you are, buddy. I got you.
Along with her family gathered here at this park in Manchester tonight, everyone coming together, vowing to bring Harmony home. Crystal Story holds hands with her family as they gather for a vigil and pray for the safe return of her daughter, Harmony Montgomery. The 7-year-old girl has not been seen since October of 2019. Crystal last saw Harmony in April of that year.
Last time I saw her was Easter. I had a FaceTime with her. I showed her her basket. I said, next time we see you, you're going to have this basket I got you.
But Crystal says after that call, Harmony's father and legal custodian, Adam Montgomery, cut all ties with her and her family.
Everyone, family, me, like even my sister reached out, others. Nothing.
Worried about her daughter, Crystal says for months she called DCYF, law enforcement, anyone who could help her track down Harmony.
Anybody I could, I reached out to all my family, listen, we need to come forward, something's happening.
But it wasn't until 2 years later, New Year's Eve 2021, when Manchester police announced a missing persons investigation for Harmony after officials say they became aware of her disappearance just days earlier. Since then, police have set up a hotline, established a $94,000 reward for information, and conducted numerous searches for Harmony. On Saturday, investigators were at her last known address, a home on Guilford Street. And as they continue to follow leads, Crystal says she has made it her mission to bring Harmony home. Never giving up.
No, never. We're coming. We're going to bring her home. We're never going to stop.
And now, if you have any information on the whereabouts of Harmony Montgomery, you can contact the Manchester Police Department at 603-203-6060. Reporting in Manchester, I'm Tim Callery, WMUR News.
All right, so it goes without saying she's not really broke up. Okay, they're currently digging for her daughter at her last known residence. 0 tears. She didn't bring Harmony home. She might have made some phone calls. Massachusetts is not far from New Hampshire. I think we all took geography in school. She knows Adam. She knows his brother, knows his family. It wouldn't have taken too much from Easter when she FaceTimed her to when the calls were made last month. Now, mind you, the adopted parents of Jameson got the ball rolling. She could have gotten her car or got a ride or whatever and gone knocking on doors to figure out what's going on a long time ago. Sorry, I know I got a lot of hate for this last week because I'm not head petting her the way some people want me to. But come on. Jay Butter says, I live in Mass. Okay, where she lives in Mass is not very far from Manchester, New Hampshire. Kevin, you go. What do you think?
You want to hear what I think?
Go ahead, babe.
I think if she would have, I think she's lying, number one, because if she would have been that persistent that long ago, this shit would not be happening today. Sorry, I do not believe her. There you go. I do not believe that lady at all. You may sit there and talk a big game. Well, yeah, I called this and I called that. No, you didn't. Because if you would have really, really put the screws to it, this shit would not be happening today. You know, it just wouldn't. No, they would have been looking for her a long time ago and might have saved her life.
You're exactly right. When you had that FaceTime and she looked scared, how come you didn't go find her then? Parents that care about their kids don't make phone calls unless it's 911. But they're going to make sure that they are there in person, in presence. Let's face it, divorce is a statistic in this country. Okay, it is. So if you're talking to your child and they're at mom's house or they're at dad's house and something doesn't seem right, you're going to drive over there and find out for yourself. Correctamundo? Yes. But like Blake said, she's all good. She made a new baby and moved on. Yeah, and don't forget, she's in recovery. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But like Kevin said, she better get honest and get real. I see this woman going back to using if she's not already.
Guaranteed. Relapse. Guaranteed. I was in 6 treatment centers. Okay? I could teach freaking drug and alcohol rehab. Seen it, been there, heard it, done it all. The people, if they don't get honest with themselves, you know, so I don't give a damn if she is in recovery. What is she working on is what I'm more interested in. You know, she's in trouble anyway, so they don't. I mean, they're going to figure this out, law enforcement.
Oh, they are right now. They're actively digging right now.
They're going to prison.
Laura Miller said, seen an interview with Adam's brother, just my opinion. He's one strange dude. He's a strange critter. So's the uncle that is now wanting to be the hero. And these people that come out of the woodwork, first of all, I can't stand a know-it-all, period. But when they're coming out of the woodwork after the fact saying, I knew something was going on. We see it in the Wells case. Oh, yeah, we saw Candace get the kids out of the pool and make them lay on a 100-degree day on the asphalt. Oh, yeah, we knew that Summer was being abused. We saw it in the Oakley Carlson case. Oh, yeah, we knew something was going on. I would just shut my damn trap and not talk to the media, especially social media. Just tell law enforcement what you know and go on. You had your chance to do the right thing. Yep, there is a tent at the house, Mateo. Yep, there is. Yep, there is. There certainly is. There is.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad day, maybe.
It's going to be, yeah, it is. And that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing about these cases. And I follow them all to the very end. All to the very end. When it all comes out in the wash, it's 10 times worse than we can ever imagine. You know why? Because we're not wired like them. On Twitter yesterday, Associate Attorney General Jane Young just arrived at the search scene at 77 Guilford Street in Manchester. They mean business. They're going to find this baby. They're going to find this baby.
You know, it's bittersweet. It's sweet because the little girl will be found. What's bitter is how she died. That makes me sick.
Yep.
Oh. Same with Summer. It's going to be bittersweet.
And we're still looking for Oakley Carlson, too. Remember her?
Yes,
her mother,
we are.
Her mother told her siblings that she was eaten by wolves. Last March, when the fishermen came across Breasia Terrell, I was crying so hard, I didn't even know what to do. And I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. When Evelyn Boswell was found, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Oh, and just to correct myself on the last show about Harmony, I wasn't talking about kids that have been missing for a long time and not found. I was talking about families that don't report when their kids are missing. So a lot of people came at me and they were like, Madeline McCann, they gave me all these different names, which are horrific and sad. But I just want to correct myself. I was talking about parents that don't report their children missing. Casey Anthony, Maggie Boswell, Oakley Carlson. Now we have Harmony Montgomery. That's what I was talking about. So I want to clear that up.
Yep. And there'll be a new kid tomorrow.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Very unfortunately. I just wish, man, I'd like to be God for about 5 minutes. Right?
Hell, I'd like to be a congressman for 5 minutes. I'd be like, just
So
give me
would I.
5 minutes. You can have all your tax bills and everything. Let's take care of these kids.
Right? Why not just make tougher laws? Why not? Because it isn't ethical or you have to follow it's just, no. If you do something like this, you pay the price, period. It'll stop some of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It will.
Martha said, I don't feel one bit sorry for her. I'm sorry I don't either. A lot of people were mad at me last week. We can agree to disagree. Mateo, exactly. The couple in Houston, we did a show about that. That was another tough show to get through. Yep, we did a show about that. And these cases, and they never get better. They never get better.
No, they're just our real monsters out there. Just true life monsters.
And the sad thing is, the people that betray them are the people that brought them into the world. It will never, ever, ever make sense to me. Ever.
Me either, Brooks. Never. Listen, I can wrap my head around drugs and all that and understand part of it. But then there's another part of me that doesn't understand the monster side of it. The grooming. I mean, just all this abuse and neglect shit. It's bad.
And the sad fact of the matter is, there's a lot of drug addicted parents, alcoholic parents, that this does not happen to their children. They don't abuse their children. The ones we're talking about, they're a depraved part of society. They truly are. Look at old Adam. Living in the car, and I'm not picking on anyone that's homeless. I'm not. With a new girlfriend, how he picked her up, I don't know. I'm going to assume drugs. And living their best life in the car, getting high, and they're digging for Harmony. Do you think he's shedding one tear right now?
An honest tear? No, absolutely. Is he bummed out because he's in jail? Yeah, probably, because that's probably all he cares about any frickin' way. Right? So he can get out of jail and go party. That's the kind of people these are, okay? Mm-hmm. They don't care. Well, somebody needs to make them care.
They care once they go to jail. They care about themselves. Yeah. And he's already had a second shot at society. He was locked up. He got out, reunified with Harmony. That was his second chance at a life in society. And even though you're a felon, Adam, I know he can't hear this because he's in the big house. Well, not the big house yet. He's in jail. There's people that will hire you, believe it or not. There's a lot of people out there that they understand people mess up and they give them second chances. No excuse, no excuse. And as for Crystal, that is going to these vigils, which a vigil is for someone who's dead. Okay. I'm sorry. I said that at the very beginning with Summer. You don't have a vigil. I said that with Briasia too. A vigil is for a dead person.
Yep. Yeah, this guy that's in jail right. Yeah, I bet he's not so damn tough in jail. You want to bet? He may not be. I mean, he hasn't been charged yet, right? If they haven't found Harmony.
He has not been charged with murder or anything like that. As far he's basically one of the counts, the big one is failing to have Harmony in his custody. That's the one, because she was missing for 2 years and he didn't report it. So every state, like, there's Evelyn's Law in Tennessee. Maggie Boswell did not report Evelyn missing. Her father did. She kept putting off letting her father see his grandchild. Finally, he said, enough's enough. He'd had it. And they pushed for Evelyn's Law in Tennessee. Just a bunch of people got together and petitioned and got it done. Here's a good rule of thumb. Anytime there's a case like this, have a letter ready, print it out, put a stamp on it, certify, mail it to your local representative. We need tougher laws. When they start getting bags of mail, things change. And that's the truth. They got together in Washington after Oakley. They want Oakley's Law, meaning when a child leaves foster care, goes back to the parents, there needs to be a 5-point check system to make sure the child's okay.
Well, yeah, yep. I don't mean to change subjects here, but I just thought about something. I'm sitting up here talking about all these kids, and some people may look at my avatar and go, that guy, what the hell? My heart is big for these kids, man. It is. It bothers me so bad. And it didn't even really bother. I mean, it always has bothered me, but I never got really involved until I called in on your live. And ever since then, it's like, damn it, somebody needs to really speak up. Like, don't hold back nothing. Let's just not play bullshit here, people. I mean, higher ups, let's do something. Somebody's got to do something in this world about this, because it is getting bad. Just go on the internet and check it out. You'll see. You may not want to see some of it.
Nope.
It's terrible.
Yep. The real Sharon said, LOL, Kevin. No, everyone's fine with Kevin's avatar. Mateo, these parents have worn out their welcomes with the family, friends, and associates. So there was no one to wonder except the bio mom where Harmony was at. The bio mom believed the father. Yeah, but the adoptive parents, if you caught the beginning of the show, the ones that adopted Jameson, their spidey senses were going off because they couldn't contact Adam to make sure Harmony and Jameson could continue a relationship and send her gifts. They're the ones that reached out to Crystal saying something's wrong. But now Crystal's taking all the credit like she did something great. Crystal, you had 2 kids in foster care. Thankfully, Jameson has a nice family now. Harmony was reunited with Adam, who you had her with, and now they're digging for her in a yard. So I have a hard time, hence why several people aren't in here today that were in here last week, because they're all Team Crystal. I have a very hard time patting you on the back saying, oh, good job, Crystal. No, I'm not doing it. Nope, I'm not doing it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. And there are a lot of parents out there. I shouldn't say a lot. There's some. And they're like, I'm going to put my child up for adoption. There's nothing. Give them a good home. That's the most selfless thing you can do. Not selfish, selfless. Crystal, she loves to brag on being in recovery, and she has a new baby now. It's like Dawn and Candace. It's a dry erase board. So we messed up 4 other children. Let's have 4 more children and just pretend like that never happened.
Yeah, yeah, give your kids, if you don't want them, put them up for adoption, you know, give the kid a chance. I mean, because these kids should not have to pay for their love with their freaking lives, their bones, and their flesh. It's
Well, and not to
man.
mention, there's open adoptions. Some families will do it, and they'll let them have contact with the biological mom or dad or however it goes down. Tiffany, my favorite comment today. And by the way, that's very hard to pick because we have the best chat on YouTube, and the stuff that you guys say blows my mind. You guys have the best thought out comments anywhere on YouTube. Tiffany, part of being in recovery is cleaning up the wreckage of your past. Boom. Kevin, take that.
Boom, boom, boom. That could be no truer. That is so true. You have got to clean the junk up that you left a trail of when you made your own choices. It is not easy. It's one of the hardest things to do in life, but it's worth it. But that statement is so true. That's on point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Nothing changes if nothing changes, folks.
Yep. Mateo said, just like if you can't handle the relationship you're in, so you resort to violence instead of just breaking up. Yep, exactly. Just like Gabby and Brian. He couldn't handle being with her, and and then look what we went through. Absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Mateo said, only way to recover is to let everyone go. Lose all numbers, have a new routine. It's up to you. If you want it. If you want a nice, happy life.
It is there. And there are so many good people in this world. There is. Don't sell yourself short. I'm just going to give you a little drug speech here right quick. Don't sell yourself short. You're worth it. It is worth it in the long run. It may not seem like it when you're down in a freaking hole and you can't see light. It's there, though. You got to find it. You got to want it. You have got to want to make a difference. And if you don't think that way, you're going to die an addict and an alcoholic, period. You still there, Brooks? Uh-oh.
Yep, I thought I was talking, and I just looked down and realized I was muted. That's what happens.
I was getting ready to go off again.
We love it. We love it.
I know.
Well, and Kevin, you're one of the most passionate people on YouTube about these things. And, we're not everybody's cup of tea. I get it. We're an acquired taste in this community. But I mean, look at our chat and how everyone thinks outside the box. They don't just sit there and talk about obvious things. It's like, we know Adam is a piece of shit. we
big
know.
POS.
We know Crystal definitely got some issues. We know Kayla probably knows what happened to Harmony, in my opinion. But I mean, at least we can, as a community, talk about these things and do the best we can to put our best foot forward and do something to make a difference. That's why I absolutely love this community. Love it, love it, love it.
I can guarantee you one thing. Kayla and Adam, they know what happened to her, and they know where she is. And I'll put money on that right now, anytime.
Kayla, maybe. Adam, definitely. Adam can end this today. Adam's got nothing to lose. He's already in jail and he's not getting out. He knows that. I think right now he's hedging his bets. They're not going to find her. And then he might be able to get out for her not being in his care or whatever he wants to call it. But the best thing for him to do, because is just tell him where she's at. That's the only right thing he can do for Harmony right now. Tiffany said, I've been clean for 12 years. I skydived my way into pain pill addiction through injury. And I have heard so many stories like that. And that's a terrible, terrible thing. Awful, awful. I have a friend who had a car wreck, and the same thing happened to her. Her life spun out of control for something that happened to her. And she had to get it back together. And it was very, very hard.
Yeah, because I'm going to talk about something you just talked about because I think it's important. It's, when you're into the drugs like that, you know how to get them at the doctor. You can play the game. There's a game you can play, and they all do it. And it's just like, man, I'm just going to say this one more time, until you get honest with yourself and you got to quit all that, you will never, ever get better. You just won't. Mm-hmm. And this man made his choices, Adam and Kayla, they both made their own choices, and now they have to sleep in the bed they made. So they might as well get honest because they're going to find out everything.
Yeah. I mean, they are working this case really, really hard. They're going to find her. They already know. They already know. But the thing is, when you go and you charge somebody with murder, like in the case of Don and Candace, okay, people say all the time, I can't believe no one's charged. No one's charged. If you start that clock, you're basically working backward because you're going to run out of time. If that makes sense. Everyone has a right to a speedy trial. So when that clock starts, you better have all your ducks in a row. They have a really good idea where Harmony is. And I think that's what they're waiting on. And I think we're going to see some swift prosecution really soon and give Harmony a proper resting place. In the meantime, her mother going to vigils and playing the hero. People are like really blowing her up on social media. Hence why that article I was just reading, she's removed a lot of her posts because she can't take the heat. She can't take the social media heat.
Just like Candace.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't think Candace cares. Candace has been like posting like recipes and stuff lately. I'm like, Candace, you don't even cook.
Well, we talked about that on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how we like the Don's recipe. We like to fry their ass every day.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to say something. Again, this ain't about this whole thing. There's so many of these kids, and what do you got going on? And I'm talking about social media. You got nothing but drama and shit show. How about people start getting real about this instead of just wanting subs?
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to reach as many people as possible, but what I was saying, at the beginning of the show before you popped in, a lot of the true crime community, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, talking about the real cases they have a hard time doing, so they go the drama route. Rather than talking about Summer, Harmony, Oakley, Michaela Jones being murdered, all these things, they'll have these shitstorms and they'll pick these fights and they'll talk about that. But the title of the show is Of the Missing Person. And I don't know why people don't put that together and go, woo, I've been sitting here for all this time and it's not even about this case.
How long ago, Brooks, did we talk about this very same thing? Quite a while ago. We will never be part of the drama ever, ever, ever.
Nope. If I want drama, I will watch Days of Our Lives. That's it. That's it. Well, Kevin popped out. I don't know what happened there. If he's got to go eat lunch, got to go get the grandkids or what. But I did put the StreamYard link up if anybody wants to pop up and talk. I know it's a really hard subject. but you guys are always here. You guys are always here. We have the best community. And, well, there's Kevin. Oh, and Deb wants to talk. Hello, Kevin. I figured you had to go get the grandkids.
No, all of a sudden I was dropped. I mean, the internet gods again. I think it's old Split Hoof. He doesn't like us talking about these kids.
Could be. Mateo said this is the only show without the drama. Almost, LOL. Well, it's going to happen sometimes. And I want to apologize really quick because our channel is not like this. And so when I was yelling at that woman, for talking about the same-sex marriage, that's not her place. And so I'm normally not that rude, but sometimes it's needed. Hello, Deb.
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Well, maybe we'll sit up and take nourishment.
There you
go.
Yeah, so I'm really upset about this little girl, like everybody else is. The people that adopted her brother was like begging for her, and because she kind of took care of him, and like you said earlier, Brooks, and they weren't allowed to adopt him, and I think that's just crappy. I mean, the little girl's been missing for 2 years now, and they would have taken good care of her. And these two gentlemen, their sexual orientation has nothing to do with it.
Okay, here's my stance on this. If they're gay, I don't care. At least she's not with a Chester the molester or somebody that's going to beat her to death.
That's right. You got that right. And they could be better parents than the parents she had, for sure. They would have been.
Definitely better parents. They've adopted 3 boys now. Wanted to adopt Harmony. Yeah, they both have professional jobs. I'm not saying money makes you a good parent.
No.
I'm just saying they're doing this. They've opened their home and their hearts to give these children a better life. And hats off to them.
Yeah, that's why there's I didn't like the bashing earlier at all. As far as drugs go, yeah, when you get off hard drugs, need to get off them, and you need to disassociate yourself with everybody that you know, etc. But I also read another comment in chat that said, stronger laws have to be put in place for drugs. It depends what drugs. Like Kevin said, look at his avatar. He's not a bad guy, trust me. Not at all. He's our buddy and we love him. So
Kevin's the pawpaw of the channel in the Discord.
But listen, with that avatar, and I've proved it, I've shown it, I don't have to do it again. I am licensed through the state where I live to be a medical grower. You think I'm dumb enough, anybody out there, to get on YouTube and do this and not be legal? Oh no, I'm a little smarter than that. I just had to say that. Because I know there are people I know there is that look at my avatar, and I'm talking about kids. Well, and that I used to have a really bad drug addiction long ago. So why is he growing pot or whatever? Well, pot wasn't my problem. So, but anyway, I just wanted to address my avatar. That's all.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to explain yourself, Kevin.
No, nobody asked him to. He was clearing it up on his end. Nobody.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Nobody should have, should ask you or make you prove yourself or explain yourself. You are what you are, and you're a great guy. You're always on here. You're advocating for children. What else? What more can you ask for? Kevin takes care of his grandchildren. Kevin is a good guy.
I know for one thing, for a fact, you can't ask for a better friend.
That's for sure.
That's for sure. And we all got Kevin.
I appreciate the kind words.
We love you, Kevin.
We love you, Kevin. Everyone give Kevin some love.
Oh man, I'm blushing actually because I'm the kind of person I don't like to be around a bunch of people like in a crowd or I go to concerts and stuff, but I just I don't know. My heart is huge for these kids, man. Something's got to be done, right?
Yep.
Something's got to be done, and we're doing it. And like Brooke said earlier, there's a lot of other channels that talk about these cases, but they don't get down to it. They're like this and that and this and that. This has nothing to do with it. We're here for harmony. Where is harmony? We need to find harmony. They need to find harmony. I mean, after 2 years, her appearance has changed if she's absolutely missing. But I mean, after 2 years, you can pretty much assume the worst. And I hope I'm wrong.
Well, and the thing is, that's the reason I love this community, because we don't sit here and read a damn book report and go, isn't this awful? Isn't this awful? We get down to it. We talk about it. It's like, hey, all these people are saying the mother's wonderful and she did this great thing to find her daughter. We get down to it. Truth is, she didn't do shit. She could have easily drove up there. She knows all the people involved, started knocking on doors, gone to Kevin Montgomery's, gone to Mike Montgomery's, gone and found Adam, gone to all his family, his friends. She knows them all, but we're supposed to tell her she did a great job? No, not going to do it. Sorry.
I'm not either. And like we're talking about with drama, it's just not. So everybody out there that doesn't like drama, smash the stub button because we don't do it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Smash
Kevin's the best. But the other thing is I can't remember. But I really hope I'm wrong, and I hope that Harmony is alive somewhere. And I hope she's, but it's really hard to believe that she would be, just like other cases we cover.
Right.
We cover hard cases. It's not easy. It's never easy. I mean, sometimes I've been supposed to come up on panel, and I don't, because it's just too hard. And that's okay. And if you're in chat and this gets too heavy for you, drop out. We get it. We understand so much. We're just here advocating for children. Sometimes our words get a little bit heavy, but that's part of the case. Another thing I wanted to say is the uncle appeared on the news on Banfield, and he looks creepy AF.
Yeah, you sent that to me. I wasn't going to put it up. It's a long interview. Really don't want to drag more people into it. It's mainly, to me, it's Adam, Kayla, and Crystal. And of course, the obvious, the system did fail, but it comes right down to Adam and Crystal. But when I see the other people involved, I'm like, ew.
Well, if they would have took care of their damn kid, the system wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
that's where we need to go, to the rid of the damn problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and drugs and alcohol are intertwined in all this really bad. So it's a big listen. So there's got to be tougher laws for people that don't want to do the work and change their life and become a citizen that's worth a shit in this world. You know?
And let me address something really quick.
Yep.
If you drink, there's no judgment. Okay.
Nope.
If you smoke weed, there's no judgment.
Nope.
If your doctor has prescribed something to you, there's no judgment. We're talking about the people that cannot perform in society because they're so entangled in their own demons that they can't even take care of their own children. Hey, alcohol's legal. Okay. If you're at dinner and if you have a glass of wine or you have 2 bottles of wine, not talking about you. So we're not judging what people do recreationally. We're talking about people that get so into drugs and whatever that we're having these conversations. Because don't think when I was watching the Chiefs and Broncos on Saturday, I wasn't slugging back some beers.
There you
Shame
go.
on you, Brooks. How could you do that?
We're gonna have to get Kane to
Oh, that's
give
it.
you a
You're going to
slapping.
treatment, Brooks. You're going to treatment next week.
And I was texting Kevin the whole time, picking on his Broncos.
Yep. That's okay. I'm on
But
the
that's
Rams
okay.
train. I'm on the Rams train.
We can all agree to disagree, and it's all good. And no, we're not judging. There's no judgment in here at all. We never judge. That's why we don't tolerate judgeful, like, well, you know, they're gay. I don't care if they're gay parents. I really don't.
That's crazy. If you don't agree with
That
their
was-
lifestyle, agree with what they're doing for the children. You don't have to agree with their lifestyle. Agree with what they're doing for the children. And as far as being judgmental, I am being judgmental of Adam. I am being judgmental of Crystal.
Yep.
I am judgmental of Dawn. I am judgmental of Candace. I am judgmental of Jordan. I am judgmental of Oakley's father. I am judgmental of Connery's mother who sold her. I am. Absolutely.
Good for you.
Yes.
As far
And
as
so
what
we
people-
should be.
But as far as what people do in their personal life, you know, you drink wine, you have a Bloody Mary on Sunday. I don't care. That does not make you a bad person or a bad parent. And that's the reason I want to separate that right now. I'm talking about the people that care more about their drugs than their kids. And the ones that jump on social media saying, look at me, I'm in recovery, but I can't find my kids. Well, you missed a step in the big blue book.
Yep. In the NA book, in the AA book, whatever, they missed a huge step. Like, how about you get right with yourself first? Oh, and it also helps to get a little bit of Jesus in there too. Trust me.
Yep.
You're gonna need them.
Tiffany's got some great comments to do today. All of you do, but she said meth should be treated differently by CPS. I agree. Leah said, coming from the UK, I love hearing the football talk as it's not popular over here. Come on, 49ers. Boo. Boo. We agree to disagree, but I say boo.
Boo.
Yeah, and Mario, there was a guy, Mario, in chat. He had great comments too.
I put a bunch of his comments up.
Yeah. Yeah, I did notice. I did. But I saw a couple others and I thought it was he's just on point. But look at that mother. I mean, you can see her on the left. And the dad with the teardrop and I have nothing against tattoos. I don't. My daughter has a ton of them. She doesn't have a teardrop on the bottom of her eye. She doesn't
I
have
hope not, because I have 9 of them.
9 teardrops?
No. I don't have 1 teardrop. No, I have 9 tattoos.
He's got a teardrop on his face for attempted murder. He shot a guy in the face.
Right.
That's totally different than just a tattoo. That's totally different. That's totally
that teardrop means something, folks.
Mm-hmm.
You can believe that because I know what that's all about. So
yep.
I'm not going to go into gang discussion, but
no, he's not in a gang. He's just he's in a gang now.
Yep.
He's in a new gang now, and his boo that's been stealing the welfare money for Harmony, his wife, she's a prison wife now. Good luck, lady. Good luck. Good luck. Monzy Smoke said, love the Niners. That's my team. All right. Like I said, we agree to disagree. No, they're all good teams. They're all very talented athletes. We love football around here. So that's our thing on the weekends. That's why some people will say, especially Deb, she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, watching my games and screwing with Kevin on who's going to win.
Yep.
You know what? When I watch the Super Bowl and I see those guys, you know, play their heart out, I'm happy for the person that wins. Like, I might not have a favorite, but I will be happy for the person that wins the Super Bowl because they fought really hard to get it, just like the Stanley Cup in hockey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're elite athletes. They definitely are. Leah said he's going to be in a chain gang soon. Yep. Mm-hmm. He got what he wished for, buddy. He did. He's in a gang now. And there's going to be more to come because I think Kayla's going to wind up getting some charges.
Oh, yeah.
I think Kayla is. I think In the Oakley case, the parents are going to get more serious charges once they find Oakley. And I'm telling you, any day now, guys, don't lose faith. Don't lose it. Hang in there with us. We are going to see convictions in the Summer Wells case.
How? Yeah, I'm sorry you said about someone else, but I'm coming back to this. How can your daughter be missing for 2 years and 3 people know about it at least? That's not counting the uncle. And they don't say anything. What is wrong with these people?
I'll tell you what's wrong with them. They don't give a shit. That's what's wrong with them. They don't give a F at all.
They don't give an F. They don't give an F. And I'll call the cops now. Yeah, I haven't seen my daughter my 5-year-old daughter, by the way, in 2 years. So maybe you guys should look for her. What? Seriously? And then she thinks she's not going to get arrested? Oh, I get so worked up. You know how I get, Brooks.
No, you're exactly right. No, you are exactly right. It's called family secrets. I think about the Keaton Boggs case. They all knew he was being abused by his grandmother, aunt, and uncle, and they decided just to take care of it within the family. Well, too late. Keaton's dead, and they're all 3 in jail for life in West Virginia. Family secrets don't help the children.
You mean like the Duggars?
You're gonna
Yeah.
exactly like the Duggars. We're gonna talk about them again this week. You're gonna wind up on the news either way. So you better take care of it in the first place and save the child rather than get to this place.
Yeah.
I agree.
Man, just if there's people out there, we don't know who listens to us or whatever. If there's people out there that are struggling with their kids and they can't handle it, and themselves, their lives are a mess, they can't handle their kids, please tell somebody. Tell someone that you are struggling with your kid. That's okay. It's the hardest thing to do to raise kids. I get it. You can snap. There's been so many times where I had to walk away and count to 10 before I lost not violently, but maybe say something I shouldn't have said to them, or just please, man, just ask for help. It's there. It is out there. People can help you.
Yep. Southern Sassy said, Brooks, maybe you should say if your kids are your first priorities, we're not talking about you no matter what you do. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. She put it more simply. Yeah, if you drink or whatever you do and you're taking care of your children, we're not talking about you. We're talking about people like Adam, like Crystal, like Dawn, like Candace. The list goes on and on. Christy,
Oakley Carson's.
Yeah, we're talking about you. We're not talking about we're not doing that. We're not saying you have to be a teetotaler to be a good parent. Because look at the Duggar family. And again, we'll talk about that this week. There's no drugs and alcohol involved there.
No, I'm not going to say people that are on drugs and drinking are all the same. That's not what I'm saying at all. So, I think we've made that clear.
Yeah, no explanation necessary. I just wanted to clear the air. Because people are thinking that, we're looking down our nose at people. No. There's no perfect citizen in this community. Nope, none.
Trust me, I was a scumbag. Trust me. Man, if that's the case, then lightning needs to hit me right now because of my past. I never violated kids or beat my kid, but I stayed away from home for 2 and 3 days and never come home. I'm sure my kids were wondering where their dad was. I'm sure my wife was wondering where her husband was. That kind of shit. And that really messes with you later in life. So if you're younger, get your shit together and enjoy your life, your kids, your family, everything. It's there to grab.
And you only get one life. You only get one. Carla said, wonder whose address the stepmom used to stay on welfare. Hers. She even re-registered every 6 months.
Yeah.
Every
And
6 months, she acted like Harmony was there. She was still collecting those benefits. Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I was just addressing that comment. Then I'm going to start winding it down. Blue Eyes Webster says, I'm going to Chick-fil-A for a sandwich. Well, if you see one of the Duggars, take a picture.
Yeah, they're.
I love Chick-fil-A. Don't get me wrong. I do. I love that Polynesian sauce.
I could go to Brooks in private message and say, Brooks, my kids are driving me crazy today. I can't. I'm going nuts. And she will not come on YouTube and say, Deb's a real shitty parent. No, she'll talk to me and say, what happened, and I'll tell her, and she'll calm me down half the time, and she'll tell me if I'm wrong. And that's just the way it is. Like Kevin said, you lose it sometimes. Sometimes you're really upset. Sometimes you need to walk away, because if you don't, you're going to say something that you regret, that you shouldn't say. I would never get violent either. But,
no. But, and like Just Me said, we've all been there. But there's a huge difference. There is a 1,000-yard pole between us and the people we're talking about. So don't ever, when you're listening to these cases, compare these pieces of shit to yourself. Don't ever absorb that. Don't ever absorb that. Please don't. Nobody is digging in a backyard right now looking for your child. Nobody is doing that. Okay.
How could you be a next door neighbor and see that? Oh my God.
We saw that news clip. These people are mortified.
Yeah, they are
mortified.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question here. Like I said, we keep it light here, guys. We're not being disrespectful to Harmony at all, but we keep it as light as we can. Who do you think will lose tonight between Alabama and Georgia, Kevin? Who's going to lose?
Guaranteed, Georgia.
Really? Because I think Alabama's going to lose.
Oh, no. Nick Saban? I don't think so.
I don't like Nick Saban. I don't like him or Pete Carroll.
Well, I don't like Alabama, but they are usually the best team in college football.
Well, they haven't won in a while. It seems like it's been between Georgia and Clemson, and Georgia has a crazy defense.
Now, who do I want to win? Georgia. I want Georgia to win. I just think the running game is going to wear Georgia down. Alabama is going to wear their defense down. And in the fourth quarter, mark my words, Alabama is going to crush it. Watch. I may be wrong, but I don't think so.
We have a lot of people saying they have faith in Saban, Alabama. Then we have Sarah, my girl, Sarah Perigo. Alabama's going down. I'm going to be watching, guys. I'm actually thinking about doing a live stream tonight. We can all watch together, because nothing makes me happier than seeing Nick Saban tuck his tail and run.
The only thing I don't like about Alabama, they get a lot of good talent that other schools don't even get, because these guys want to play for Nick Saban. They really do.
They have crazy recruiting. They do.
Yep, they do.
Schools, when I see like what the Sooners do, the Oklahoma Sooners, what they do to get players, because I mean, these are very, very, very talented athletes. They could go anywhere. So what they do in their recruiting game, don't think they're just offering them a scholarship. You know?
Brooks, I just thought of something.
What?
You know what else needs to be addressed?
What?
The freaking dark web with these kids.
Yep.
There's another area right there. The internet, the dark web. If you're a sick person, it's there for you. Seriously, there's shit on the dark web that is really.
The reason I got so upset this morning about that video that was going around of Robin's little girl. Some people here don't follow the Summer Wells case, but you're exactly right. Protect your children on the internet. I know everyone in here is responsible, good parents, and we're actually going to talk more about that later in the week, because we're going to discuss the Duggars again. There's some more stuff that came out with that case.
Oh, God.
I know. Hey, it's never blue skies and rainbows around here, but we keep it as light as possible.
That man, that Duggar man, what he watched, I cannot wrap my brain around that one. An 18-month-old baby and got off watching it. That is sick. That's a freaking monster, people.
Yep. You got that right. Deb, I'm going to let you say a couple things, get out of here, and then I'm going to close this up. Kept you guys occupied for half your day. Got some stuff to do this afternoon. Get ready for the game tonight. I'll probably fall asleep halfway through it, and then I'll get all of Kevin's messages tomorrow morning. So, Deb,
can I talk about something right quick?
Sure.
I know you. I'm pretty sure you broke it. We got some things in the work, and a grow show is one of them with me. I just want to let everybody know that is coming, and we definitely are listening and watch what you guys like, and we're trying to do a good thing here for kids too. So I just want to thank everybody for being here today.
I want to thank everybody for being here today too. If you're new, I see a lot of new names, so if you're new here, hit that like or dislike, whichever you prefer, and subscribe, hit the bell, and consider joining our Discord in the About tab. It's free. We also have memberships now, so if you are able, you can become a member.
And like I said, if you don't like drama, smash the sub button for us. Because we do this because we care, not because of drama or no, we truly care about these kids.
That's right. I know we do. Everybody on this, everybody in here does, because the people that come back and back and back know that we don't do drama.
Yep, Bruce just said, just went on lunch, but catch you tomorrow. Celeste, gotta go, folks. I'm covered in flocking from the Christmas trees. Man, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of Christmas trees laying out. Yep, that's that time of year. Got to take everything down. I put on the Crime Lines and Lies Facebook page today. It's a picture from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it's when Will Smith is standing like in the empty mansion. And it said, this is what your house feels like after taking down the tree and the decorations. And I'm like, exactly. It's like, where did I get all this room? That is the truth. That is.
You know what my wife did? January the 1st, that crap was gone. I'm sitting here in my recliner watching her tear the tree down. I'm like, man, I said, this is a little too early. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. Oh. Christmas is over, folks. It's time to get busy.
Yep. We are back to pounding the pavement. Bruce, you're right. Drama's for birds, not us. No, because also, no one cares. No one cares. Leah, thank you. She said, thank you. Without you raising awareness, these cases would go unnoticed and these kids' voices unheard. Much love to y'all. Much love to you, Leah. And on that note, I'm going to shut this down and we're going to see you guys at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We have one show tomorrow, but we're going to have two on Wednesday. I try to do a 2 for Tuesday, but we're going to have one tomorrow unless something changes because you never know. In the meantime, jump into Discord because we like to talk to you guys between shows. Consider becoming a member. We have a big giveaway coming up a week before Valentine's Day. And don't forget to leave us a comment, hit that sub button. And in the meantime, we will see the best chat on YouTube 9 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you.
Oh, no, Brooks. One more thing. Don't forget to hug and tell your kids you love them. If you don't have kids, tell your family members. If you don't have family members, tell your dog. If you ain't got pets, love yourself. You're worth it.
That's right. Virtual hug to you, Kevin. Bye-bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.